Welcome in, Renegades. Now, this is an exciting stream, guys, because this is the beginning of the last run of the bull market. So it might go into January, but I'm not expecting it because we've expected that before, guys. So what we need to realize is, yes, the market has changed a little bit, but we have to go with our past and the last couple of cycles. Yes, the ETFs are in crypto, and I want to tell you why altcoins are not going up. I actually did a lot of research on this, and I found out that with the ETF influx of all this money, essentially what it does is it doesn't move the rest of the market as much, right? Because Bitcoin is essentially getting more of that dominance in a different area in the ETF. So it isn't directly tied to the secondary markets. That's why when you look at the ruling for the XRP ruling, you can see that the XRP was not a security on the secondary markets. An ETF is technically a security. So there has to be rules, right? So when it comes to this, it kind of separates Ethereum, Bitcoin and Solana and XRP and all these ones that are going to be getting these ETFs. You see these bigger pumps in the bull market, but that doesn't mean that the cycle has completely changed yet. That means that it is going to change possibly soon. I don't know. I go with patterns until they break. If we're in a downtrend, we're in a downtrend till the downtrend breaks. So if we're in a cycle, we're in that cycle for each 4 years, and it's the same thing. Now, we've seen a big pump in 2024, which is what we normally see, one big pump in the beginning of the bull market. And then we have this big psychological thing. The market's over. It's changed. So we're not going to believe that this time until it does change, because we already saw the first part of the 2023 end in 2024 provide mass gains for crypto. So essentially what is happening now is that money is going to start leaving because Bitcoin is getting to that point. It's going to have one last big pump in November, I think. But from now until then, I think it's going to, test these all-time highs again, kind of go stagnant a little bit. And then these altcoins are going to start to move throughout October, Pumptober. And then we're going to start to see things. But there's also some very exciting things happening in the next couple of months, like Bitcoin mining disrupt, which is going to be in Dallas on the 11th, 12th, and 13th. And I do want to encourage all my friends that are watching even later, if you guys could, go ahead and make it to Dallas if you can. If you are, definitely look us up, where there's going to be a group of us there. I'm even bringing my brother with me to the mining disrupt. So we're definitely going to want to be seeing a lot of support at that CKB booth. Right now, they are at 2049 with Quantum Purse. They are doing a little display out there in Singapore. So this is a big time for crypto going into these next few months. We're going to start seeing a big amount of money come in. I was expecting CKB to go to a penny like a little while ago. And then we saw the bullish news from, or the dovish news, you call it, for the meeting and the FOMC. And so they turned it bearish because of the way Jerome Powell worded it. And then I don't know if he got fired or not. We're not going to talk about that. But so essentially what happens is that bearish news pushed us to dump us in September. And so because Rectember, they want to do that, even if there is bullish news for more rate cuts in the future of this year in Q4. We did wait for the start of Q4, and we saw the whole market start to move. We haven't seen the second influx of the massive move of the altcoins yet. So I think in the coming weeks, we're going to start to see altcoins pump like we have not seen this cycle yet. So let's get into some news. I'm going to go into the charts after this. We're going to have a very good show today. Okay, let me just get us right here. And then we're going to talk about 2049. So this is the quantum resistance wallet. So this is the secret of crypto unlocked right now, guys. This is how we are going to keep our crypto safe when we have these future or even nowadays problems with quantum computing and them trying to extract your private keys. You want to keep your crypto safe, right? You hold it for a long time. You don't want to just lose it in 1 second after you've held it for years. So if you're in Singapore for 2049, stop by by the booth K12 on the 5th floor to try out Quantum Purse. So this is dope. I wish I was there, guys. And I definitely encourage you guys to support the Nervos Foundation and hear the Quantum Purse as well, because this is what is going to bring adoption to CKB. And they do have a Twitter now. Sweet. All right. So definitely go over and follow Quantum Purse over there. We have the bi-weekly progress check from Team CKB. In the past sprint, we tagged CKB version 0.203.0-RC1. The virtual machine also moved forward. Now, quantum resistant lock script deployed on mainnet. C version SMT support landed. Meanwhile, the team is pushing forward on reproducible bootstrap design. CKB creates 1.0, a new TUI, which is basically a user interface. And I'm going to actually go over all this stuff and talk to you about what this means for CKB, because it's very interesting to me. What they are doing here. Let's stop sharing the screen. Give me 1 second here. All right. So basically, I want to talk about this a little bit and explain a little bit about this situation here. So in the last work cycle, they got to where they are at now, right? They've officially created a specific version of their core software. CKB is labeled it as version 0.203-0-RC1. The RC stands for release candidate, meaning this version is stable and complete enough to be a final release, but they are doing final testing before launching it fully. The virtual machine, which is the engine that executes smart contracts or logic on their platform, has been improved. And so this is the cool part, the quantum resistant lock script. This has now been deployed onto the mainnet. And this is some stuff that makes me excited, because I like to see when cryptos aren't doing anything that anybody else is doing and becoming the first ones. And this quantum resistance wallet is actually one of the coolest things I've seen in crypto this bull market. I'm not going to lie to you. So, and it's a new type of code, lock script. That secures digital assets. It has been released on the main live version of the network, so mainnet. This specific script is designed to secure even against theoretical attacks by a quantum computer. So this is so dope, seeing this kind of progress in CKB while the price is really down right now, and starting to climb back up because we're in Pumptober. These kind of technical milestones are what's really going to make CKB stand out from the rest. And when we go to mining disrupt, CKB is going to have a lot of exposure to that full Bitcoin, mining crowd, the Bitcoin crowd, where RGB++ thrives on CKB, which is a upgrade of the RGB layer of Bitcoin, so it connects directly to Bitcoin, and makes it one of the most intriguing ways to interact with Bitcoin that I've seen out there as well. So this is the type of stuff that I really like to see. I'm starting to understand the more technical parts because I just do research and, I learn about it. I'll use AI. I'll try to do anything I can to try to learn about this incredible, technology that we're going to have here. So they do have the C version of the SMT support. They integrated support for sparse Merkle trees, and which is data. It's a data structure used for efficient cryptographic verification, specifically using a highly optimized version written in C programming language. So that's pretty interesting, the C version of the SMT. That's really cool. And so they have a reproducible bootstrap design. They are working on a way to ensure that starting up or bootstrapping a new node or instance of their software can be done consistently and reliably every time. So this is upgrading the network. We like to see that because even if you look on CoinMarketCap, when you look at the reasons why a crypto's up, it's not just that technical analysis. They use that there, but there's normally a couple other things, the market-wide factors, and then the technical factors of the crypto that are actually really incredible for CKB. So we like to see that. So CKB creates 1.0. They are getting the individual modular components, crates, a term for Rust programming language, all of their software ready for a major stable release 1.0. So, and then the new TUI. So they're building a new text-based user interface. This is a non-graphical interface that allows developers or system administrators to interact with the software via a command line or terminal. So these updates that are happening to CKB simultaneously with the bull market and with these events happening right now with Token 2049, one of the biggest crypto events in the world. And then we're also going to be having the Dallas meetup, right? So essentially, CKB is about to crack off. I think we're going to 25x, and then we'll see where we go from there. I still think CKB could hit, 25 cents. That price this bull market, I don't know if it's possible because we would have to pump fast and hard. So I'm thinking like 10 cents. I was a little overzealous with my predictions before, but I still think we're going to at least 25x from here. There's possibilities of much higher, but that's my conservative outlook right now. And we're going to go in and we're going to look at the charts. We're going to look at some interesting things in the market on the technical side of it today. And we're going to be doing some more videos. I'm going to have hopefully a video with 6Figs. We did one a couple weeks ago. You guys should check that out. We did an amazing video. I love doing videos with 6Figs. And Victor just invited us to do some videos again as well. So guys, stay tuned. I'm back. Like I had to move. This is my, so hold on. Let me talk to you for a minute before we go to the technicals. So I just moved. This is my new apartment. Me and my brother live here together. I was living with 5 roommates before because I moved from Seattle. I found a place on Facebook Marketplace. I was just doing DoorDash at the time, doing my, streaming and stuff. So I was making decent money. And then my car got wrecked. I got this new job. So it was a cool place for a little while, on DoorDash. I said I was going to stay there for about 1.5 years, 2 years, about 1.5 years, and I moved here. So it's nice to have my own place, but I wasn't making content. So I hope you guys will share this out, help me get my algorithm back to where it needs to be so I can make some killer content for you guys. And I just appreciate you guys being here. I hope to meet a lot of you CKB guys at Bitcoin Mining Disrupt. This is going to be dope. So let's look at the price. Because I think there are some interesting things happening. Even though the volume isn't quite where I would want it to be. So right now, let me just refresh this page just in case. I can't believe the volume's down to $7 million. So this to me is a good thing. Let me explain why. Now the volume's down 24%. We are up, it looks like about 4.29% in the last 7 days. And we saw this volume, and this is the good thing. So let me show you. So when this volume, let's just go back to the month. So when the volume gets really high, like above 20 million, it's harder for the market to move, right? But when this volume starts, even 10 million, so 11, 12 million, you can see once we go up to this like 10, 11, 12 million, we're doing good. But when this volume starts to drop, this means that the market can move fast, swift, and quick. And it isn't just to the downside. So this was all on the downtrend. We've been on a massive downtrend for a long time. So what I'm seeing here is, yes, this makes it look extremely bullish to me right now because this volume went down to about 7.77 million, which means that there could be gearing up for a big move to pump it massively to the upside. Because when this volume starts to lag like this, any type of big volume that comes into the market, especially when the rest of the crypto market is moving, we'll look at that in a second too, because I'm watching the broader crypto market as well. But essentially with this 7-point jackpot, this jackpot volume level can skyrocket this to a cent in 1 day. We could double in price. I am telling you, in 1 day, easy. Like I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but I'm saying it's entirely possible, right? This isn't financial advice. This is me predicting the market. But I like to see when this volume does go down, because then we can get these pumps to the upside. See that 7 million right here, down to 7. This is a perfect example of my point. 7 million, 5 million, it goes down, right? 4 million, 5 million, boom, up to 7. We start climbing 8 million, 12 million, and then we go all the way up to here. See? And so that's when the market was going down. The market wasn't really moving at that time. We had a stagnation. It was actually still in a downtrend. And we saw this little pump right here from, 0.004876 all the way up to almost 0.006, right? And so that's a nice fat little pump, right? When there's a downtrend. So what we're seeing, look at that volume start to go up too. And when we see this volume start actually skyrocketing, we are going to see a massive move for CKB back up to this. Yeah, I think we're going to go to a cent. This has been a long year. I want to just show you. So this is, but we were in a massive downtrend. when this volume did that and we just spike up, right? So it was used to like, look at that, 107, look at this. We just see 170 million randomly one day. And it pumped the price up. It doesn't show it on this chart. It would show it over here on the other one because this one's just like a static chart and not a, it's just a line chart. It's not a candle chart. So essentially we were up here at almost 2 cents, right, in 2024. So essentially we've been in a downtrend ever since. We are starting to break the downtrend, right? So if we get above this 6.3 right here, 0.06381, we get above that, the downtrend is completely broken. Now we were in a downtrend here. We kind of tested it again because we did break this resistance line, right? So let's go and look at the charts right now. I am actually starting to see everything turn bullish from the MACD. Actually, let's go back. Let's look at the oscillators first. Get a little idea, a little look-see. So we're in these moving averages still. It says strong sell. This is the time I'd be buying crypto. Right in Pumptober, there's no volume right now. So all the indicators are still suggesting we're bearish on CKB right now. But in my opinion, what is this? Seasonals. Okay. So we are actually negative in 2025. I think we are going to start to see a big movement to the upside because this, 2024, even 2023, which was the bear market, this is what they're doing right now is just trying to make it seem like crypto's done for so that you sell your bags and they'll pump it up and take all your profits. That's what's going to happen. So we're not falling for it. You can say sell. We know better at this price. Okay. So if we're looking, I'm going to zoom out to the weekly because yes, we're under this big 200 right here. This is the spot where we will turn bullish and see that big volume that brought it up here before that I was telling you about. Then it broke above that and then broke below that line. So it was just a fake out. And then we're under that. So if I even bring this all the way down, this is our resistance right now too. It actually fits perfectly with where we're at right now. Look at that. That's our exact resistance right there with the moving average, with this. If we can, and it touched it exactly, and it's just going to keep coming down. So we get one pump, we move up to the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour, and we get up there. Now the daily, we're going to have a little more work to do. This is a beautiful, beautiful cup and handle though that we're seeing right here. Nice cup and handle. Which could bring us, up to about this half a penny range. Now, there's going to be some serious resistance right where we're at. We're going to have to break out of this area, but we also have, I would say, a triple bottom. So that, look at that inverse head and shoulders type deal, and it broke out to the upside, tested that 200, and then got rejected. So we got that 200 on the daily at about 5.0055. Okay, we got this triple bottom down here. We saw this big dump back down to these previous levels before this massive pump, which was actually a giant bull flag that broke to the downside, no volume. So we're starting to see some beautiful, it's going to hit me with an ad. Watch. Oh, yay. We're starting to see it turn over like this. I think there is because we're hitting this. I don't know why the volume stops here. It seems that people are taking profits. They forgot it's a bull market. But big money is definitely manipulating the markets a lot more this time. I do want to look at the weekly, though, because there's a beautiful I would still call this an inverse head and shoulders. If we can go back up to this line, we're going to end up right, look at that, on the weekly, the 200. The weekly, the 200 came right to that exact breakout point. So I'm thinking when the market recovers, we're going to go up, test here, and then keep climbing, and this is going to have to go a little bit further up. And we're going to see it hit somewhere right here, and then we're going to have a massive breakout from there, which is going to test above this line, depending on when it breaks out. So this is beautiful. I like to see this. And then look, it brings us right up to this line too. See how all these things are going to interact and correlate. So we're going to start to see a massive movement in the market very soon. I'm telling, like, I have done calculations. I am not a financial advisor. I can't, give you financial advice on it. But what I can tell you is from everything in me, everything I believe, all my money, everything that I've ever saved in my life or earned is going into crypto right now so that I can actually make a lot of money. And we saw these massive moves before over here. And this is the first part of the bull market. Let me just explain. When in doubt, zoom out. This was 2023, 2024, right? Oh, wow, this was all 2024 on this one. But yeah, we started pumping in like December and then had the big pump in February. So we always see two of these. So we're going to see at least another test of 4 cents. In everything in me, I believe we're going to 4 cents. And then we might even go even higher. So we still have about 3 months. We might see a nice top somewhere in November or December. We'll see that Santa rally happen, and then crypto will really start to pump. Now, we've been in a massive downtrend as well on the daily I want to look at. Because if we break this, we end up back at the top of this in no time. So, which will break us out of this EMA 200 on the daily. And with this triple bottom right here, everything, is kind of saying that it is going to go down that way. Now we could even take this up a little bit and forget about this buy side liquidity zone. And this also could be that inverse head and shoulders. Okay, that could really bring us up even higher. But it would be at a different level. Look, so we got the inverse head and shoulders on the weekly. We got one on the daily too. And look, and I want to just show you this big pump to show you what I mean when volume happens. This is what I was talking about right here. It opened at 004988 and the high of almost 006 in one day. Just a quick pump up, bam. And that was in a downtrend. So we would see this go right here. And then if we get a nice breakout from here, that will bring us up to the top of the wedge, just like I said with the other one. So we're getting to a place where there are bullish indicators in the near future where it doesn't mean 100% this is going to play out. This is technical analysis. This is just what the charts are showing me that the patterns are doing. So this is what I'm looking at: triple bottom, which will bring us up to the top of the wedge, falling wedge, which will bring us up to the top of the wedge. We got the inverse head and shoulders, which will bring us up to the very top of it as well. Everything is saying as long as we can get above this EMA 200 on the daily, we are going to really start to see massive momentum. But before we can even do that, we have that first downtrend we were talking about that needs to be broken before we can get to here. But I'm seeing bullishness in the future. We have this one that needs to be broken right here. Once that one, then we go up to this resistance line. And if that breaks, we have this to test and go to the top of the wedge. So we just need to see this volume. It's really good on the daily. We need to start seeing it over 50 so that we have enough volume. It's at 44. We don't have enough volume for a breakout right now. We need to see this on the daily go over 50. Once that goes over 50, we could start to see these actually test these resistance lines and break out. And that's what I want to see. Let's look at the weekly. I know that's going to be somewhere close to 50 as well, 43. We need to see this weekly volume as well. And as you see, when that weekly volume gets over 50 right here, we have these big, massive movements. So we want to see that. We want to see the 4 hour, where are we at? We're over 50 on the 4 hour. This is what we like to see, even though it is breaking that average. We want to see it back above that average at 60.50. See this go all the way up into the green zone, start hammering it down so we can go up further. And that's the path, because then we can get this daily one up. We're going to have to bring these 5 minutes pretty far up. As you see, it's below 50. We're actually at the lowest part. What did I just do here? We're actually at the lowest part. What? Oh my gosh. It like literally integrated with my screen. What the heck just happened there? Okay. Anyways, Essentially, we're way down here at the 70 or the under 30 range. So it looks like it's about 20 or so, 22. Yeah, over here, there it is. So we're sitting here at right around 22.4 on the 5 minute because we had this big downtrend. But we were up right here. Look at that. So it's kind of cool to see the RSI integrated into the charts like this so that you can get a better overview. We need that to really start pumping. We're oversold right there. So that means we could really start moving. We need to see the 15-minute get back above the 50. We're going to need to see this 30-minute, start to take a reversal here. We got the 1 hour, I think, above 50. Oh, we're at 45. Yeah. So we need those to really start. It's because we did test this resistance line and it kind of hammered it down. We weren't able to break it. We had this inverted hammer right here. So definitely bearish momentum. But this is we're in a bull market. There is bullishness that's gonna happen that hopefully we're gonna be seeing soon. So awesome, guys. So ultimately, we are bullish on CKB, guys. We are really going to start to see the market move here soon. I know there's not, a lot of bullishness happening in this bull market, this in 2025, but that's because this is the psychological way to shake you out of the market, guys. I'm telling you the bullish indications. It's up to you to do your research and find out if that information has validity. And I do encourage you guys to go ahead and drop by in Dallas if you're going to be there. I'll be there for 3 days from the 11th to the 13th. I fly in on the 11th. I fly out the 13th. Me and my brother are going to be there. So trying to introduce him into the crypto scene. Maybe he'll start making content and stuff. But guys, that's all we're going to have for today. I wish you the best in crypto. I hope you are stacking your bags up for this last leg of the market. Then we're going to see a massive, massive dump come after that, which will be an incredible buying opportunity right around 2027, guys. So that being said, goodbye and good CKB.